Hey everyone, welcome back to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. This is episode 14 of our Mothership sci-fi horror RPG run-through of the Gradient Descent module. My name is John. I am the warden for the evening, and tonight we have a full house. Going around the horn, we have...
Hello, I'm Mike, and tonight I will be reprising my role as Rick Sharp, the ex-colonial Marine.
Hello, I'm David, and I'll be reprising my role as David, the android.
Hi, everybody. I'm Matt. I'm not reprising nothing, but I'm full to tonight. She's a scientist.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ted, and tonight I will be reprising my role as Delphonse Hubble, Marine.
Okay, awesome. We got another full house, which is great. Our caller for the night will be the redoubtable Ted.
I'm redoubtable.
The date and time is, of course, as always, January 12th, 2125. It is approximately 2 a.m. in the morning. Let's see. You guys, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you guys aren't on the deep, are you?
No.
We're outside of it.
Therefore,
We're in the Orc Cloud.
we do not start with a Benz check.
Yay! We came to the system, guys.
You did. Let's get a stress count from everybody first. Just going around the horn again, Mike.
I am currently at 5 stress.
Okay.
I am currently at 4 stress.
I'm at 8. But you know, I'm happy with this. I own my 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 6, which is going to spell trouble for somebody later.
Yeah, so surprisingly, based on if anyone tuned into episode 13 and saw how that all went down, their stress counts are are surprisingly low. Everyone's still in the green. I don't really know how that happened, but the reason why is because the episode before that they did shore leave, which reset everything. Yeah. So that's why they're so low. Okay, so a lot of stuff happened last time. Right now, everyone's in space. Everyone but David, so Sharp, Hubble, and Thulsa are all on the outer hull of the deep, right outside the airlock door that leads to the ACLR, the Artifact Comprehension Labs Experimentation Room. Got that right on the first try. Thank you very much. The airlock door is slightly damaged due to the events at the end of the last session. And they are all tied together with paracord. They are currently watching as 5 corpses are spinning off into the deep, all wearing black exosuits and black helmets. They are spinning out because they were, what's the word for it? Spaced? I guess space is a good enough word. Yeah, they were
explosively decompressed, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. Propulsively decompressed from a damaged troubleshooter boarding vessel, which due to Hubble's half-assed attempt to weld together the airlock door that it was attaching its airlock to the deep's airlock, and he attempted to weld. It wasn't that great of a weld, so when the ship attempted to dislodge from the airlock, it actually ripped the airlock door off and breached the hull, thus ventilating at least 5 troubleshooters.
So cool.
So cool. That was so cool.
Exactly. A very good weld, in fact, because
yes, it all ended up working out quite well, relatively. The one downside of it is that David, the android, was actually crawling around on the underbelly of said shuttle when this occurred, and so was taken with the ship as it basically its system shut down and it drifted off into space away from the deep. It's about right now. It's about 200 yards away where we're going to pick up the action, and it is increasing that distance as we speak. Just to refresh for everybody, the reason that the troubleshooters came is because they were investigating they had basically found Caius in the ACLR, killed him. You're assuming, because you heard gunshots over comms, and then they were able to espy you on the ACLR's cameras. They are under orders to basically kill anything that looks human with the assumption that anything that looks human quite possibly could be an infiltratable android, and they are given strict orders not to let any infiltrators leave the immediate near space of the deep. And so that was their mission, and you guys screwed that up royally. Okay, so here's the deal. David, you have just crawled your way. So you have mag boots, which is good. And you're wearing a vac suit. Everyone's wearing vac suits, and everyone has mag boots, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But Sharp, did you take off your mag boots?
I didn't take them off, John. I deactivated them so I could crawl like belly on my belly along the surface of the thing.
Okay, yeah, I knew there was something different about yours because you were doing something extremely dangerous. I remember everyone was kind of worried. David, but you have your mag boots and you managed to basically slip into the broken rent side of the ship inside. And we stopped it like right there. All right, so necessity is going to basically make it so that we're going to have to focus the spotlight on David because he's in the most precarious position right now. But obviously, you guys can step in anytime you want to do anything that you want. And I'll come back to you guys as well. Your comms are open, so you can communicate with David. But you can try to convince David to do one thing or another, but just realize that your ability to actually make anything to happen on that ship is basically nil.
Yeah, but I will definitely be talking to y'all. This is going to be a communication necessity, I think.
Right. Okay. So, David, let's pick it up with you.
Yes,
the ship is slowly moving back. I don't have like a rate of speed, and I don't really want to get into it. Just the longer you delay, the further away you are going to be getting from the deep, and the more precarious your position gets. When you step into the main cabin of this boarding vessel, you can see that it's very, very bare bones, very, very militaristic. It has the appearance of the inside of like a drop ship, which you have seen a number of different times. Although it's not a drop ship, to be clear, it is a ship to ship boarding vessel. It is not meant to penetrate atmosphere. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So it is. But it's in the dropship way. It has like just like rows of seats on either side. It has capacity for 5 on either side, so a total of 10 in the main cabin, and then that you assume that there's probably room for 2 more in the cockpit, which is to your right when you step in, just down the gangway a little bit between the seats, and it's been sealed off. Okay,
John, you had also mentioned. Sorry. Go ahead.
What?
I wanted to clarify. I believe you mentioned there were a couple bodies bouncing within that.
Yes, I'm getting that too.
Chamber.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Keep going.
So there are red emergency lights going right now. Okay. Obviously, no sound because you're in a vacuum. Okay. The hole in the side is about the size of the airlock itself. Like it pretty much ripped it right out of its frame. But it is a jagged, rough hole. And everything's been ventilated, and so there is a number of like the straps of the seats are like flopping around in the vacuum. And in addition, there are corpses. You assume they're corpses, all in exosuits that are also floating in there as well. It looks like 5 were ventilated out immediately, and then there's another 5 that are actually jostling and bumping into you, David, that are in that space. And like, a couple of, they just haven't found the right angle to actually sort of pop out of that hole.
Sure.
That's pretty creepy.
Okay. Yeah. Right out the gate. Oh, sorry. No, keep going.
Yeah. So you've got,
I'm getting excited.
You've got red distress lights that are blinking everywhere. The cockpit is sealed off. What was I going to say? You do notice too that that didn't have it at the time because we were playing the game. But now that I can say that whenever you were slipping up across the hull to enter into the ship, you got to look at its call sign, and it's called the Steve.
Steve?
The Steve.
Sure.
Yes.
This means you're going to put it in a bag and then forget about it for the rest of the.
All right. So this is a merch opportunity. We'll milk later. I love it. Okay.
And David, before you start to do anything, yes, I do want you to. You're an android, so I'll let you roll instead of taking an automatic one. Roll me a fear save whenever you kind of pop into the cabin and see all the bodies floating around.
No problem.
It's impossible. It's kind of impossible to not be touching one.
Oh, of course. At any
given time.
So I have I had my PHP up.
You have an 88. I know that one by art.
I have an 88 fear, and I'm rolling now. And what a time it would be to fail a fear save. I think for the first time, but it could happen. Thankfully, it didn't. I got a 52. So
52. Okay. All right. You can handle it.
I take a breath. Now, I'm going to try to be very exact in my words and as efficient as possible because this is a stressful situation. There are 5 bodies
Not for us.
bouncing around in this. I know that there are 10 chairs, we'll say, with buckles. All 5 bodies, if I can appraise, are wearing exosuits.
Yes, exosuits.
Exosuits do not have face coverings, so they would have been suffocated in the vacuum of space.
They do have face coverings, but the thing is, these are exosuits, as in sort of like not chitin, but they're not vacuum suits. Okay, they're like military combat dress, basically, sort of thing.
Yeah, I just want to because I just looked at the illustration for exoskeletons and I saw like a nose and a mouth.
Not an exoskeleton, right? So
they're the like
picture like Fifth Element. And you remember that movie?
Sure. Yeah.
Remember the cops in Fifth Element?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like like super SWAT team sort of dudes.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we're sort of looking at.
Yeah. So I just first glance, I don't have the 100% certainty that these guys have all suffocated. Maybe they're unconscious. I'm not sure. It's basically what I'm getting at. What I want to do then is first step, one by one, I want to, as best I can, take each body and, because I'm mag booted in, guide them to one of the chairs and strap them in.
Okay.
So they're secured to the ship.
Okay.
Once
fine.
I've done that,
yeah,
I want to gather any weapons that they might have been carrying if they weren't vaxxed already, right? I just want to make sure they're not armed in an obvious way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So they let me find it here.
Sorry. Trying to cover my ass,
Well, I mean, while you're looking, John, I'm very, very worried about you.
Yeah.
Also on comms is like, David, you were on that ship. I don't see you. Are you okay? What's going on?
Thulsa reporting in. We have 5 bogies. They seem to be unconscious or terminal, not determined yet. I have secured them to seats, and I am disarming them as fast as I can.
Okay. You're kind of drifting away as we're talking. So it's good your passengers are there, but we would like you to come home, please. But what are you talking? While you're looking at these guys,
Yes.
see if any of them have the cybernetic diagnostic scanner at their waist. Just and she reminds you of kind of what it looks like because she has one. It's just busted. Just like in case you see one.
Yeah. I will keep an eye out for that, John. While I am... sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So before shit hit the fan, these guys were ready to board. They were ready to enter the Ackler. So they're ready for action. So you can see that each one of their seats had like a rack to place like a gun securely. But none of those are in place. The weapons are actually floating because they were carrying the weapons when shit hit the fan. So what you find floating around is you find 1 smart rifle, 1 combat shotgun, and one smart rifle, 1 combat shotgun, 1 revolver, and 2 pulse rifles.
Okay.
And in addition, on one of them, the guy with the revolver, you find you find, indeed, you were looking for it. You find the treasured cybernetic diagnostic scanner.
Okay.
Yes.
This is really good to know. Okay,
Put that to your belt right away, man.
Yeah, I will clip that to my belt.
Okay.
If that's, I think we're kind of dealing with clips kind of abstractly, but I'll clip the cybernetic scanner to my belt. Okay. I want to, once I've secured all of them in seats and buckled them in, I want to gather all the weapons in a clump or whatever. I don't know. I wish I had paracord. I want to take them with me to the front of the ship as far as I can away from them if anyone were to wake up. Does that make sense? And if I need to secure them in some fashion, I know I have the copper wire. I had like 3 feet of copper wire that I tethered my harpoon gun and pulse driver together with. I'll untie those and just try to loop and tie to some position of the ship.
That's fine.
Does that make sense?
Because of the time you're taking to actually strap these guys,
it's going to take time. Yeah,
into their seats. You can gather just by handling them and kind of getting a feel for the exosuits that the exosuits are not going to protect against vacuum, and these guys are not moving at all. It is very unlikely that any of them are alive.
That's very good to know.
Now, go ahead.
There's one thing I want to be aware of, though, is if there's any indicator of activity on their head cams. While my vac suit shield is still up and my face is hidden, because I know a lot of these exosuits have a camera. So if I get any light sense, like light feed sense, I just want to observe it. That's it.
So it's tough to tell because it's pretty high end tech. They are all wearing sort of RoboCop sort of helmets, but those helmets basically cover their entire face. But they all have like a Knight Rider kit red bar for eyes.
They're Cylons, man.
Yeah, like Cylons. Yeah, like old school Cylons. So they're it goes all the way across, and those are all lit right now. But you know, without taking the helmets off and investigating underneath, it's impossible to tell if there's any sort of recording devices or any sort of signal being sent. That said, as you are strapping all the weapons together near the front of the ship, which is where the cockpit door is, you actually can hear. Oh no, you can't hear. You can't hear anything. I'll say this: you can you see the blast door sort of vibrate for just a second, just like a real quick little shimmy like that. Okay. You also at the same within 2 seconds of that occurring, you have to grab onto something real quick because you can feel power thrummed through the ship. The lights are still going. But power is you can tell is being rebooted in the ship.
Okay, that's good to know. I don't have a lot of time then, so a few things. While I was buckling everyone and I checked for their cameras, do I see call signs or identification badges on the exterior of their suits that would give me an indication of either of their name or an ID code that might be useful in the entry of this cockpit?
They all have name tags on their thing with their last names, typical military sort of thing on their left breast.
Thulsa. We don't have to go through them all, but I'm essentially going to be remember these. Oh fuck, Thulsa has shit memory. Whatever, it's fine.
No, I'm really good. I got this. Go ahead.
Remember these, and I'm just gonna, as I'm seeing them, I'm just gonna say the call sign, say the number, say the call sign, say the number, say the call sign, say the number, say the call sign.
Well,
is anyone else on this count?
It's just a name.
Yeah, so I'll say all their names. I just want to have all their names. Not so that two more than myself have a memory of them. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. Sleepy, Dopey, Doc.
Exactly. Also, when I'm tethering these weapons, I believe the smart rifle is about the best weapon I could possibly have. Let me just double check. 40-10 on the combat shotgun, 40-10 on the smart rifle.
The smart rifle is the best one.
So I'm going to take one of the smart rifles and tether my pulse rifle instead to the wall and keep the smart rifle. Okay. Is it loaded? I have rounds in it.
There's rounds in it. Yep. Okay. And it's a smart rifle, so it actually gives you an LED readout of how many rounds you actually have in there.
Oh yeah. Okay. So now I'm at the front. I'm at this cockpit door. This vibration has occurred, right? I know that the ship is powering back on. I'm wondering to myself if this is an autopilot behavior or if there's someone who got knocked unconscious who's now trying to reboot the ship. Going to the ship. Okay. I'm going to appraise this door. I'm going to look for a, enter button, a twist hatch, any mechanical sort of opening mechanism, or a key scan, or an ID scan, or a retinal scan, or anything that looks like the technical versus the brute force entry point of this door. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So there's nothing that looks like an override or a manual override. It looks like it would have to be pure brute force. It's purely like an emergency fail-safe, right?
Sure.
So it's obviously in place. There is nothing like that, so that it can prevent anything from breaching it.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah. Likely there's something on the other side, but not on the side you're on.
Yes. Yeah. And again, no is a perfectly acceptable answer. But in the theoretical situation in which there was a a higher ranking officer who wanted to enter this and had like a key scanner or something that they would sort of like override with, is there any sort of registering device for that?
No, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like it's probably something where it would just be assumed that anyone who could would radio the cockpit and tell them to open the door.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my Ishmael sends his regards. My like giant harpoon grappling gun, which has sort of like tongs on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use it as a pry bar as best I can. And I'm going to take it, get two of the edges into that door, and just pull my body weight and try to just wedge a little bit and see if I get any give.
Okay. You wedge it in. It looks like it's going to be a real tough job.
Yeah, I got you.
You get purchase. You can definitely do it. While you're, let's see, you're definitely under duress. The ship is floating away.
Of course.
Why don't you make me a strength check? Do you have anything that could help?
Listen, not my strong suit.
Athletics?
But no.
Jury rigging?
I have linguistics, psychology, computers, and mathematics. Maybe I could imagine the perfect vector of wedging with my mathematics knowledge.
I think that's too much of a stretch.
Psychoanalyze the door open.
I do have one stim pack. If I fail this, I can make you juice with that and try again. But
definitely use that college education to pry open this door in this moment of desperateness here. Yes, definitely.
Make a strength roll. Tell us what we have.
Okay. So I have a strength of 34 as my goal.
That's not too bad.
Bahamut, please bless me with such a good roll as to succeed at a failure. 61. So
61. Okay, you're going to gain stress.
Okay, I'm going to gain the stress.
Yeah. Okay, so you're prying your, and it's just not. You got the leverage, but it's really, really strong. At the same time, there is you can. Okay. Let me go back to the other guys real quick. Let's catch up with the rest of you guys.
Please. Yes, let's get them involved.
Okay, so when the summation of what just occurred with David is what you guys are seeing, because it's far enough away that you can see no action at all going on in that ship. It's slowly turn. Hold on. It's slowly kind of moving away. The one thing that you do see is it stops slowly. It stops like turning and rotating randomly. It's kind of stops, and at the same time there is a kind of fitful burst coming from the back thrusters, like like as if it's trying to like start back up again.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's like the only sort of different thing that's happening.
What is the distance currently?
Well, as I said, I don't have a rate of going, but it started at 200, so it's probably like 250 now.
Meters or feet?
Yards.
Yards, right. Okay.
What are you trying to accomplish though, Ted?
Yeah.
What I'm willing to do is, if we had enough paracord, I would be willing to launch off towards the ship to try and grab David, and you could reel me back in. We don't have any way to really launch like a harpoon. He's got the harpoon.
We have about 750 feet right now.
Right. And I've got 100 feet of paracord, I guess.
I've got 50.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all are going to reach me. I don't want to be negative, but
no. So the other option is, we could throw a can of oxygen at him. He could use that as a propellant. I don't suppose he's got a flamethrower in that crew kit there, but
I just want to point out, Ted, that you're trying to hit a moving object 2.5 football fields away.
Yeah. Didn't say it would be easy. Didn't say it would be easy, but we're standing here watching David drift away. I'm trying to think of something to do.
Well, there's something else that we're seeing, and we're not clear necessarily on the distance of this, John. The bodies that were expelled. Do any of those seem to be within 50 to 100 yards away? Because
some of them do. Yeah, they are definitely not something that you could reach out and grab, but paracord would get you to most of them.
I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, because I have paracord.
I've got 0 G guys. I can probably make the attempt.
Right, you then, yeah. Let's do that. Let's see if we can reel a body in then.
Okay, and
we should do that. Yeah.
I want to try in parallel. So if you use his 100 feet, I'm going to try with my 50 feet of paracord, just in case there's a guy close by. I want to tie it to my robot Leica with its little claw.
Leica.
Right. So I'm going to tie one end of the paracord to Leica, one end of the paracord to my belt. I've got my mag boots on. I'm going to throw Leica at one of these guys to see if it can, grab it with its little claw.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I would try to reel it back
the
in.
mic, and I'll mag boot myself for sure. But I'll tie the other end to the deep rather than to myself. And if Mike wants to launch off, and I can reel him back in.
So
yeah, that's fine. I had disconnected myself from the paracord when I thought we were going to get lit up by those Marines, right?
That's why I'm saying I need to tie you on now.
Yeah,
we can throw you out there and reel you back in.
So Leica's going for one corpse and Sharp's going for another one. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what I'm proposing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're definitely under duress because you're seeing them sort of fade away. And realistically, watching the ship kind of disappear and knowing that David was aboard it and not being able to see it, you would probably not want to admit it, but you're probably thinking that it's probably case closed for David. Like, been nice knowing you. Like there's no indication that he would have survived that. Who knows? Yeah.
I mean, he's still talking into the comms though, right?
Oh, that's right. He's talking to the comms. My bad. Forget it.
So we think he's alive.
Okay, so now I need speed checks from Mike and Matt. Mike, you can add 0G to yours, and Matt, you can add jury rig to yours if you have jury rig, right?
Okay. Yes, I do.
Mike, you have jury rig too?
I have jury rig as well.
If it's higher than if it's higher than okay, then yeah. Go ahead.
Can I suggest that because I am helping tie Mike off that he gets a bonus or adds one of my, training or something like that to his role for getting out there in time?
Sharp, you can get advantage.
Listen, only Tholson and I can tie each other off. All right.
Oh, nice.
Well, this is a Marine thing. Don't.
Okay,
roll it,
baby.
Roll it.
All right. Who's going first, Ted? You're the caller.
I want Matt go first because he thought of Leica right away.
Okay. So my speed is a 41. I have a plus 10 for jury rigging. So
good luck, Leica.
That is a 72. So we miss.
Okay. Because lost in space.
Oh, that puts you into the yellow.
Woohoo! Okay, yellow is kind of my color. It's fine.
Matt, yellow. Okay.
So he just misses the corpse. Is that it, right, John?
Yeah. Let's see. Just a normal failure. Yeah, I'm not going to be a critical failure. Could have compromised Leica, but I'm not going to do that to you. So I'm just going to say that the vector that you kind of launched them at, you incorrectly calculated it.
Yeah. Okay. They bump into each other and bounce away or something. Yeah,
sure. Like, shit. Sharp.
Hey, buddy. So my speed is 31. I have plus 10 for the 0G, and I'm rolling at advantage, 41. First one is an 83. And, the second one is a 22.
Yes. That's a critical success. Okay,
you
so
married to that corpse.
So Ted, Hubble and Sharp are basically acting in perfect tandem, where like Hubble's like tying it off like a seasoned sailor, basically onto the deep, and at the same time you're also tying yourself at the other end, Sharp, and you utilizing your 0G knowledge, you're just like you line up your vector exactly, and you just poof at the. It's really cool actually. We'll say like the same time that you launch yourself off is the exact moment that Hubble like ties the knot against the deep. You know what I mean? And you just poof.
Don't wait for me.
And you make a beeline, and we'll say with a critical success as well that you not only are able to grab the troubleshooter corpse, but on the way there, you're actually able to reach out and grab a smart rifle. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Good job, man. I would just say if he jumps off just as I'm tying that knot, then my suit waste recyclers are working overtime for that.
John, I grab the corpse and I spin him around just to kind of make sure that he is not still like alive.
He's definitely dead.
Okay, cool. All right. And then I assume you just reel me back in, right?
If he gives me a signal over the comms, I'll haul him back in.
Okay. And Tulsi, you're hauling Leica back in as well?
Yes, with words of reassurance so that she doesn't feel bad.
Okay,
it's true. You don't want Leica to feel bad.
That's good enough for you guys. Switching back over to David. David,
let's go back to killing David.
I have some ideas.
So David, as your failed attempt, you're just like with the crowbar or whatever what did you use again?
I used the harpoon as the crowbar.
Harpoon, right? Yeah. You didn't critically fail. You just regular failed, right? Yeah. Okay.
Regular failed.
Yeah. So at the moment, like when you release the tension after your first attempt, you're like, fuck, man, that's like fucking gonna be hard. I need you to make me. I think this is the first time I've called for this. A body save.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
All right.
What could that mean?
All right. Well, it's not going to be good because it's my lowest save. I have a 21.
Do you have 0G?
I do not have 0G.
Okay, body save.
This explains a lot from our night.
But I have mag boots. So if like the consequence of this save is that I float off, I'm secured to the hull.
It's not that. Okay. It's body save.
All right.
Don't worry. You can.
All right. 21. You ready? That's a 97.
97. That is a fail.
Just a little bit outside.
All right, your stress goes up again. You're at 6 now. So what happens is the that bulkhead door, that emergency door, right when you release the tension, that door bursts outward, and you go flying back against the side of the hole, like that, right? And all of the bodies are strapped down by you in the seats, like strain against their straps as a rush of depressurization, of oxygen whirls into the hole, into the holdout cabin from the cockpit as it suddenly depressurizes. Okay, you are also attempted to you're slammed back by the door. Now I need you to make me another body save in order to have the presence of mind to hold on while this air rushes into the cabin.
Well, I'll petition because I have to, right? The mag boots, even with an explosive push, would still lock me to the floor. And so my body would go back, but my feet would be tethered. Maybe the force is so great that my feet untether, but I would just petition that maybe what happens is I slam against the ground, sort of like...
Yeah, I forgot about the mag. That's fine.
Air. Yeah.
Okay, so when what emerges from there is hold on a second, my dog's anxious. My dog's
Elvis.
He's making
Elvis.
Take a stress,
Elvis.
Hold on a second.
He's so worried about David out there, He's a very emotive dog.
Give me a fear save, Dave. A good boy bonus.
Okay. What happens is as the door blows open, not explosively, like it's just like from rapid depressurization, is a form rockets into the hole itself, wearing a very bulky black vac suit, completely different than what the exosuits look like, but a similar aesthetic, but like really bulky and vac suited, so you can't see the face at all. It looks like it was prepared for this. And so it grabs like a handhold on the other side, and it's like feet are lifted off the ground as it's like it's just like and it's just like straining as the wind goes by. And you can see
Sorry,
you can see that it's holding with one gloved hand. It's holding onto the grip, and then the other hand it has a revolver in its hand, one that's modified so that like a vac suit can hold it. On its breast is a name, and that name is Trippy. It says
Trippy.
Yeah. And faceless visor, like a big space helmet sort of thing. And it all happens within a matter of seconds. Like it's a small cockpit, so it depressurizes pretty quickly, and his the feet hit the deck. You can see through the open door. You can see a small cockpit. Similar to like an airplane's cockpit. So it's just got two seats right next to each other and a whole bunch of fucking dials and lights and all that kind of stuff, and a viewport that looks out into space. There is another pilot in the cockpit that is also wearing a vac suit at the same time. And it looks like they have just put them on, like they had just donned them basically. And it looks over its shoulder. Again, you can't see any facial features at all, but it turns its helmet to see what's going on with its friend, and you can see like it whips its head around and like frantically is like pushing buttons.
Buttons. Oh, on the pilot is okay.
Yeah.
You got this.
Well, if it was just the two of us, I was going to try to barter for peace, but I don't know that I have the ability to do that with them having an advantage. What I do have the ability to do is unleash a volley from my pulse rifle into this person who is right in the doorway without an ability to dodge me.
You're holding a harpoon gun. That would puncture a vac suit, I imagine.
Oh,
that little suggestion got a song. I like it.
Okay, well, here's the thing about the harpoon gun for the listeners. Ishmael sends his regards. Does 2d10 or it does it hits. Does 2d10 damage, and it's a body save for the recipient, or they're stunned from 1d5 shock. So
1d5 shock.
Right? That's what I wrote down. I have 1d5 rounds of shock. Sorry. Round. There's an R next to it, so I assume that's rounds. So it's like a DOT type of thing.
Is this different than a rigging gun, John?
I think
it's like a customized rigging gun, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So perhaps the better part of valor, to your point, Ted, is to immediately fire with the hopes that if it makes contact, even if it doesn't do severe damage, there's a potential on a body save fail that it stuns them, essentially, which is what I assume shock does. I actually don't know, John. I just wrote down from your description, it was 2d10 body, save or stun, 1d5 R shock, and I think R is rounds, probably. I don't know.
Look this up. Hold on.
Sorry, gang.
One second. Everyone quiet for a second.
I blame Ted for
1 second. Quiet, everybody. We're going to drop out for just a moment. Okay, I found the rigging gun. So 2d10 damage, then body save, and then stun 1d5 rounds. Okay.
So I'm going to immediately pull the trigger on this right to his chest because we're short range, and I'm right there. Hopefully that helps do I get advantage? Helps my odds of hitting him because it's right there, And he's between the doors, so it's not like he's dodging and rolling. I don't know.
I don't think you're going to get advantage because it was all very much a surprise to you, and you're a little bit stunned yourself from being thrown back.
Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense.
But I'll let you fire first. So go ahead.
I only have a combat of 34, so wish me luck, everyone.
That's plenty. That's plenty.
I'm going to blow on these dice 3 or 4 times. Oh my God, it's a 31.
Is that a success?
That's a success. Just barely.
Under,
34 target, rolling under, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll 2d10.
Okay. This is the less likely, but we'll try it. Okay. 2d10.
Roll over 3, David.
Okay. So okay. That is a 3 and a 5. So that's 8.
8 damage. Okay. And then let's see. They got
1d5 round
save. So they make it.
That's okay.
He critically succeeded.
Question.
Do NPCs, can they critically succeed? I don't even know.
I have no idea. I do have a pertinent question per Ted. Does a penetrating munition like this, if it hits, break the seal on that back suit, I guess?
Well, not to be like an actually guy, but like astronauts can get holes in their spacesuits and it's bad and you have to get it repaired like right away, but it's not like explosive depressurization. I don't think.
I don't know.
No, but he'll vent all of his oxygen really fast.
Guys, just let me make a ruling here. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. We're all GMs. Sorry, John.
It's a rigging gun. So it therefore does bleeding damage. So let's see. So roll 1d10.
Oh, okay. Let's see. That is a 5.
Okay.
I actually have a question about vac suits and their armor class rating. Don't they have a damage reduction. I mean, I don't know if theirs are special,
3, I think.
but
Yeah.
if I know
normally
ours,
3.
if you take our suits, right? If they take 3, they're shredded. Like that's what
They don't have any more armor capacity. I don't know that the suit is no longer vacuum capable.
I gotta drop out again. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm still not entirely sure, and frankly, I'm a little bit annoyed at the rules and my inability to parse them. So fuck it. So you rocket your rigging gun into them. It makes its body save, so you don't. It looks like it's the current doesn't go through or something like that. But you punctured the suit. You can see like a white gas thing. The form clasps its hand over it, and its head sort of jerks up. Again, in the visor, in the helmet, so you can't really see its facial expression, but you can assume it's one of horror, and it is going to attempt to fire point blank at you with a gun, with its revolver.
Can I just signal as he's doing it, which I'm sure is moot, right? Some version of like, I will help you if you fucking stop. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. It's fine.
Marines don't listen to that shit.
Okay, so
I know.
It brings up its revolver, and it's like got one hand clasped on like I can't get my words. Whatever, the gassing hole,
fine, brother.
And it's
guessing,
and its shot goes wild, and ricochets in the cabin.
Can I make a move now?
Yeah, your turn.
I'm going to charge him and put my hand on top of his hand on the suit, even though we can't see each other's face. I'm going to say, as in 2 of us, go in there.
Touch your helmet. You can communicate with him through sound if the helmet's touched.
I could do like the radio too, but I don't think he has a lot of time. So I'm trying to communicate essentially like, take me in there. I won't kill. Does that make sense? I can do that via hands or like channel 2. Hey, listen, whatever makes sense.
No, but I mean, to Ted's point, literally, if you touch your helmets together, then the sound travels between the helmets.
Okay, so I'll touch my helmet against his. Okay. My hand is pressed as hard as it can against his hand. I'm going to press my helmet against his and say, we're both human. We both hate Monarch. We don't have to die here. Let's make an agreement.
Okay, so it attempts to grapple you, and it's going to attempt to toss you out of the door.
But remember, I have mag boots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not very Thelma and Louise of you, David. Jeez. Go with him.
Okay.
Drag the both of you out into space.
I mean, I will at this point, but no, I got the mag boots, so I feel confident, but maybe I'm foolish.
Make a body save with advantage.
I'm going to fail it. Oh, no. Well, it was nice knowing everybody.
Hi, David.
First roll is a 30 even.
What's your body?
Second roll is a 38. So I failed both body rolls.
Okay, you're going to take
What's your body, David?
21 is my body.
Okay.
Okay, so you had the mag boots, but he barrels into you with all of his weight, even though, of course, it's zero gravity, but the momentum causes you to basically, forces you to take a step back towards the door with the mag boots. So it's just like, backwards, but you're maintaining your footing. But he is definitely not hearing what you're putting down.
Fair.
Let's see.
Is it my turn now again?
Hold on.
No, you're good. Sorry, I'm just excited. I'm not trying to.
It's very exciting. This is fraught. It's tense. We should all just take a stress from listening to this on the comms, man.
Yeah, because my extended pauses are so tension-inducing.
I'm riveted.
John, I love you to death. You are the best in the business. Stop being Yeah,
man. Everyone's having a good time.
Okay,
except for David, who's going to die.
So there's a scrum going on in the cabin right now. There's still one that is in a vac suit up in the cockpit. Meanwhile, back on the deep, having reeled back in sharp, you guys are trying to get a beat on like what's going on. You're not really sure, like, should we go back into the Ackler now? Is David lost forever? And you're just sort of like, what do we do? And you, I need all of you guys to make a fear save for me. Normal fear save.
Okay.
Normal fear save. All right, Matt, you go.
Great. Okay. Great. My fear is a 19. And that's 56 over 19.
Okay,
So
give me a call of who's shouting out.
Yep,
what.
and Mike's next.
So
my fear save is a 38, and I rolled a 14.
Okay.
So Matt failed, and Mike succeeded.
Okay, Matt, you're going to take a stress.
Okie doke. It's 10 for me.
And my fear is a 44, and I've rolled I'm afraid I've rolled an 80.
Okay.
So I actually did not enjoy this. This is upsetting me.
Well, what's upsetting you, you don't even know yet, because I'm about to tell you. The reason that you guys are like, oh, shit, except for Sharp, who is more like kind of sizing resignation, is because emerging from around the side of the deep that comes into your vision is a massive, huge, mean, weapon-shaped sort of troop ship, class 5.
Oh shit!
The Zhuangzi has done an about face and is slowly approaching the remnants of the ship that was launched from it, the Steve. And it is pointed directly at it. Now it's at quite some distance. I'm just saying, like, kind of coming into view, like it's just like its nose is just sort of emerging around the side of the deep, you know, but it's still far, far away. Like there's no reaching it. Forget about it, right. You know.
Oh yeah.
But it's like a massive thing, and the first thing you see is like Zhuangzi, you know, like written on the side of it.
Right. So the situation out here is such that there's no running away. So is there any, you know, gribblies on the outside of this deep right here where we could like hide from the Zhuangzi?
There's plenty. Like we kind of talked about last time when you were worried about cover. Yeah. You guys are like little ants on the side here. You are completely in shadow. There is like a 0% chance that the Zhuangzi, unless it is actively looking for you in particular, will ever be able to point you out on the side of the deep. Okay. Now, if it does a sensor scan of the deep of the outside, you will ping as life forms, but again, you get the sense that the Zhuangzi is not interested in the deep at this particular moment.
John, does it have a bumper sticker on it that says "We break for nobody"?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, David. It's your turn. You guys are rolling around the floor. Well, you're actually upright, but it's actually the mag boots are kind of making things a little bit awkward for you because you don't have that ability to sort of shift your footing to adjust.
You said I took a step back, right?
Yeah, he forced you to take a step back. You got to kind of picture it like you have mag boots, which makes you heavy and not movable. But at the same time, you're also fighting in 0G, so your ability to sort of assess like how much mass is being
100%
coming against you from the guy, really difficult to tell, like without 0G as a skill. So it's just it's a sticky situation, but you're in a pretty good spot because you have the mag boots.
Yeah. So again, petitioning at range. I've taken a step back. I have to stand up.
He's on you. He's grappling you. So you are not. You were not free.
I'm not.
I'm just saying free. You're one step closer to the exit to space.
Okay.
You still have the gun. So does he.
No, I know.
Well, the harpoon gun's been fired, so you actually just have that as sort of like a club right now.
Right, but the harpoon gun is connected to him.
Yeah, it's like in his suit.
Right.
Yeah.
I have the other end of it. So, sorry, I'm not trying to be annoying. I'm trying to really tense situation. Okay, so in front of me was the cockpit door. He pushed forward. I shot him. He grabbed. Air's pulling out. He tried to take a shot. It went stray.
Yeah.
I approached him to that juncture of the cockpit door, which is some amount of feet away from the exposed sort of, we'll say, to our right.
Yeah.
Right. Vacuum of space.
Uh-huh.
He grappled me, pushed me back. I took a step back.
Yeah.
Now we are both perpendicular to this vacuum of space. Yes.
You can be whatever facing you want. All I'm saying is that the two of you who are locked together are now closer to the vacuum of space than you are to the cockpit door.
Yes, but he is not mag booted in.
No, he's
correct?
not. Nope.
So,
and he's very lightweight because he's in 0G.
Precisely. So my goal is in this rapid moment, because I know I'm not in a different condition stronger than this person, but I'm magged in, right? I have these 2 boots. My goal is I have leverage. He's holding me. What I'd like to do is either I'm not trying to be Weasley. And it's hard to think through in my head. My thought process is if there's a vacuum of space here, there's 2 outcomes. One is that I just go like this and try to sling him and see if he can hold on to me. Mm-hmm. The other is that I try to release one mag boot and hit the wall next to me as like an extra leverage, right? So that I have one on the floor, one on the wall, and then do it, because the likelihood that I'm putting my strength against going out with him is higher that way. But I don't know if that's too.
No, I think that's the better move, because I think like a normal, just doing it normal, I would make it a disadvantage. But if you give yourself some leverage, I'll just have you make the roll normal.
Yeah. So I would like to kick a foot up on the wall next to it, so that I have magged against the wall and the floor. And I would like to use everything I can to hoist in the direction to that open space.
Okay, I'll give you a choice. You can use strength or combat, whatever one of your abilities is higher.
Neither are good, I'm sure, but I will try it. My strength is 34. My combat is 34.
Oh, all right.
Pick the right one, David.
Them together. I got 58 intellect. Can I leverage my intellect somehow? Is there some way?
Well, you know what? Pick one, because depending on critical success or failure, it may be relevant.
Between combat and strength?
Yeah.
I think because
I
I think because I'm trying to rely on my strength as I'm mag booted to the wall and the floor, that strength is a more plausible role than combat.
Okay.
Right. This is just a brute force thing. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Okay. Please give me a good roll. Okay. First roll is a 64, but I have advantage, you said?
No, you don't have advantage. You just have normal.
Oh, well, it was a 64. So
it's 64.
I go.
It wasn't a critical fail.
Okay.
Everything I can.
So you're getting a stress. So you're up at 8 now. You attempt to gain the leverage, but again, it's just like you're not a fighter. You're in a weird environment. You didn't judge the mass right, and you attempt to grab him and wing him, and you do. But we'll say that it overshoots the opening. Like you were like, oh shit, you're really lighter than I thought, and he goes like flying past the door and just slams into the bulkhead again.
Is he in the back? Is he behind me where like all the other guys are strapped in now as a result?
He's around there. Yeah. We'll say it kind of crunches into
but we're disentangled.
You're disentangled now.
Okay.
He is going to attempt. Let's see. Actually, let me make a roll here.
He's bouncing around. I'm sorry to keep.
Okay. So he you can see now that when he hits back against like his companions, his dead companions. Okay. He drops down to one knee. He's got his hand clasped on the harpoon that's in his gut, which is leaking blood out into the vacuum as well as gas, and he drops his revolver. And you can see that he actually lifts off his hand. Blood comes gushing outwards in big blobs and in bubbles. And he and you can see that he grasps his helmet, and he's like frantically trying to get the helmet off. Right.
I feel bad now. Oh.
At the same time, the doorway to the cockpit is darkened by the form of the other one, and he again he's just got a space helmet on, so you can't kind of see what his features are like. But he kind of steadies himself on either side, and you can see his helmet kind of turn to look at his companion. And then he looks at the hole in the side of the ship, and he just fucking runs for that hole, just like right in slow mo because he's in 0G. But he like propels himself off and attempts to make for the hole before you can get to him. So yeah, that's the deal. That's what they are going to attempt to do. Now, what do you do,
John? Can I just? At this point, since comms are open, I think we should warn David that the Zhuangzi is approaching his position.
Okay.
I will let him know that.
Oh, okay, guys.
David, when you hear that, you're going to take an automatic stress.
Of course I am.
So-
I'm now.
Of course.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad.
David, that guy knows something. He's getting off the ship because they're about to open fire. You should jump too.
Yeah. As well, I should. As just like to go with the narrative, I think David being David, they also know this very well. I like to talk. I think everything that's just happened, I've basically been narrating out of stress without realizing, like not conscious, like this fucking guy's grabbing me off my fucking, now he's fucking running. Oh my God. It's just like, just every action I'm trying to communicate to y'all.
All right.
And then you penetrate that like stress cloud with the Zhuangzi is like cresting. John, this is very important. Zhuangzi is cresting past some surface of the deep. I know, whatever. Let's say this is the cross section of the deep. We're like here-ish, I think, right? Near where the bell circles. Is the Zhuangzi up here cresting from the like top of it?
No, it's picture it kind of coming around the girdle, around the factory level of the deep. But I want to, it's coming. Yeah. It's not coming at an angle. It's kind of coming right around. Now the came right around the center. But again, I want to reinforce it's at a massive distance away, right? Because these are capital ships, and so therefore the distances are all relative, right? But if you guys have read the Shipbreaker's toolkit sort of thing, it's like everything within contact range is like a huge distance. So it doesn't really, for a capital ship, it doesn't really matter if it's like right next to the deep or if it's like a mile away. It's still in contact range.
Oh, I
right?
understand.
Yeah.
Okay. With as long as it has a vector to me, it's within range.
It has a vector.
It has a vector currently. Okay.
Yes.
So can I say, can I petition for it's 5 minutes past our break and I need to empty my bladder and think for a second?
Sure, that's true.
You can help. David's like during the fight, time out.
You did that classic basketball thing where you have the ball in hand and you're falling out of bounds and you're like, time out.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, we'll take our break. We will be right back. Okay, we're back. Bladder's empty, beer's full.
Ooh.
All right, David.
Sure.
So you have
backwards.
one guy is frantically trying to rip off his helmet and has a bleeding puncture wound in his vac suit. The other one is braced against the cockpit door and is attempting to launch himself, obviously, into space.
All right, David. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Here's what I'm going to do.
Do it.
I'm letting him launch himself into space, but I'm basically pushing past him to the cockpit at the same time.
Okay.
Seeing the desperation in his eyes, hearing what the guys just told me, I understand I have a matter of seconds, minutes, whatever, till some terrible thing. And the knowledge this pilot has is the actualization of that suspicion. I am rushing, pushing past him if I have before he's even tried or they have even tried to this cockpit.
Okay, that doesn't require a roll. No one's attempting to stop you. You're like two ships in the night. One guy's going one way, the other guy's going the other way, and you fly into the remember now vacuum filled cockpit. Meanwhile, behind you, the guy that you fought with is frantically trying to take off his helmet. He's like and like one clasp like pops off and then his hands just go and just sort of float out.
Oh man, that is so brutal. At the same guilt I feel.
At the same time, the other one shoots out into space. The three of you guys on the deep see a small little form just sort of rocket out the side. And your first thought, as your hearts sink, is that's David.
Yeah, I'm on the comms, John. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that guy is. I think he's probably not freaking. I think he's just sort of like, kind of doing like a Superman, where he's got like his arms against his side, and he's just sort of like a bullet trying to make his way towards the deep. In general, guys, you can see that body is not like wheeling through the space, you know what I mean? It's like a bullet like a projectile kind of moving generally in your direction. You can't quite make out if it's going to like come right within your grasp, but it's definitely making towards your side of the deep. Okay, David, you are now in the cockpit. Yes. Vacuum again. All the lights are on. It's fairly obvious that systems are working, right? But there's just a lot of buttons, a lot of controls.
I hear you. Yeah. So here's just not to move back in time too much, but if there was a close the cockpit door button that I could have slammed on my way through, and it wasn't like a permanently broken sort of like opening situation, I would have slammed that, whatever it looked like. If there isn't, that's okay. But like I would have essentially been
I would say that, yeah, that's probably like a fairly obvious one, like an emergency sort of, lock off sort of thing. So yeah, if you want to close that behind you, you can, because you didn't damage it with your harpoon gun.
Yeah. So I'm going to hit it as I'm running past, and then I'm going to plunge into the seat so that I have a little more mobility in here without the vacuum of space. Does it make sense?
Just remember that the vacuum is still there.
That's true, because it doesn't
pre-pressurize. Okay. Yeah. You just sealed yourself off from the cabin.
That's quite all right. I am on the comms right now, and I'm going, gentlemen, I'm not a pilot. I'll put it this way. There's action and there's speaking happening. I don't want the speaking to be implied as happening before the action, but I'm just going to say the speaking first, right?
Okay.
I'm going to be like, pilot evac. I think I'm targeted. I have a moment or a few before this is over. It's been a pleasure. We're going to make this work. Let's ride the fucking lightning. And I'm going to jump into that cockpit. And here's what I'm going to do, John. I know I don't know a lot, but I'm going to look as fast as I can. I don't have like a spaceship analog, but I'll use like plane analogs, right? You have like ailerons, you have rudders, etc. There are things that like adjust the pitch and the yaw and things like that. I know probably on a spaceship that's like auxiliary thrusters or something like that. I don't know. What I'm going to look for is a thruster that specifically affects rotational space on a horizontal vector, right?
Mm-hmm.
This. And if I can find it, I'm going to hit it as hard as I can so that I can go from, I don't know. Well, this is a good question. Laterally, we were spinning away from the ship, right? Then it stabilized because of the pilot. I assume that, again, not that the deep has a direction, but we'll say if this is the surface of the deep and this is me, that the reason I'm doing this is because I want to go like this, right? Does that make sense?
You want to face the deep?
I want to face the deep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So the, I'll say you can find the control to do that.
Okay.
That very basic maneuver. I'll give that to you. At the same time, you can see that there is a particular button that is brighter than the rest, that is beeping rapidly.
I'm sure.
And there is a it's labeled. It basically says like comms, and it's like flashing at you, like
as in it's like asking me to talk to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. I will hit that. What's that? Yaw? No, yaw's vertical access. Roll.
Don't worry about it, man. You just point
at the deep. Whatever. I'm pointing at the deep. I'm going to hit that button. Then I'll hit the comms.
Okay.
Right after.
It comes on, and it's sort of in the midst of a message. Okay, it looks like it's like a message that's been repeating frequently, although it does appear to be being issued by a real voice. And it says boarding skiff. It says JOCO, which which is a lingo sort of thing, which it basically translates to J0C0, which is jump 0, class 0, which is like small vessel. JOCO vessel boarding skiff Steve and all aboard have been found in breach of Thelema Special Emergency Protocol 126B, willful destruction of company assets valued in excess of 1 million credits. You are ordered to desist any evasive maneuvering attempts, power down, and await safe retrieval into the Zhuangzi's hangar, where you will be placed under arrest and remanded to naval authorities. Any contravention of this order will be deemed a hostile act, and the craft you have illegally boarded will be obliterated. The crew of Thelema Industries J1C5 troopship Zhuangzi thanks you in advance for your compliance.
Okay.
He just pressed the other button.
Well, I hit it before hearing the comms. I'm sorry. All I did is rotate. I'm not moving yet. I just rotated a little bit. Okay. Oh.
It winks out and it comes back on again, and it says, It says, boarding skiff, Steve, you are in contravention of the orders that were just given to you.
Fuck!
Desist in all evasive maneuvering immediately and power down. This is your last warning.
Thank you for your compliance. Yeah. I'm going to hit the comms. I'm assuming I can link to it in some way. Tech bubble. I'm going to say, this is call sign Trippy. All other, what would I call the other soldiers, John?
The boarders or something like that.
They're troubleshooters.
Troubleshooters. Would that be the call sign that I would use? I mean, I'll say all other troubleshooters dead. Pilot dead. Second in command Trippy. I am obedient to your orders. I am ready for retrieval. Confirm.
It says, Sergeant Trippy, please send your verification code on the secure line.
Now, John.
Roasted on his own petard.
Okay, so that's okay. That's okay. So I know the verification code was not on the badge.
You're bleeding out and you're about to faint.
Corporal Trippy, I should say, but it doesn't matter.
Corporal Trippy, yeah. And I'll say, confirmed. Verification code is as. Copy.
We didn't read that. Send again.
Right after. This is very Jesus. Okay.
You need to roll your persuasion check there, David.
No, I know. I'll say. Here's what I'll do next. I'll say. Sorry, guys. I'll say. Targets comes verification code. I repeat, verification code is. When I do that, okay, so I'm here, right? I want to hit like this. So I want to be aiming at the bottom of the deep, but I want to just do a very gentle like this. Confirm.
All right. Yeah. So over comms, very clear comms on their end. Say communications appear to be down on the Steve. Nevertheless, if you are reading this, you are still in contravention of the orders given. You have exactly 5 seconds to comply with powering down. Just to make you aware, I guess they wouldn't use that terminology, but whatever. We have multiple heavy missiles locked. Yes. 5 seconds. T-minus.
Okay, no, yeah. Hold on, John. Yeah, I know it's 5 seconds, but just within the fiction. Okay, so I go, confirmed, please, confirmed. And I'm going to fucking hit thrusters as hard as I can at the vector like this that I've established, with the hope that I will jettison down below the deep and outside of the obvious vector of these guys. And I'm going to just hit thrusters full fucking force.
Are you trying to hit the deep?
No, I'm trying to... Sorry.
Trying to get around it.
I'm trying to go below the deep. So I wanted to rotate, and then I wanted to get a vector down because I know that they are coming around like this.
Yeah.
You want to use the deepest cover.
I want to use the deepest cover. And what I'm trying to do is, because I'm not a pilot, to be clear, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just trying to ride the lightning as fast as I fucking can below the deep at the vector that I tried to buy myself time in with the code failure on, right? So I tried to do this and then just as fast as I can, because I don't think I can dodge anything else beyond that. I just want to be outside of their vector.
Okay. All right. So you punch it as hard as you can. You're hoping that you're pushing the right button. Again, it's not easy. But you have no skill at all in piloting. But
100%. Yeah.
But
I'm just trying to rock it in one direction.
You're just trying to go in one direction. Yeah.
Sophisticated maneuver. Yeah.
So it's got to be one labeled go.
To be clear, John, just so I make it explicit if it wasn't clear to the viewers, because I know it's a little confusing. I wanted to buy time to rotate in the direction of the deep and rotate down, so I wasn't looking right at its face.
Yeah, I got it.
Before I made a very brute force thruster move.
Right.
Knowing that I wasn't a pilot, you know.
Right. Okay. So you you tilt it down, and then you attempt to punch it at the same time. As you punch it, the time runs out. The three of you guys on the side of the deep, okay, you see the Steve make this maneuver, and you're like, what the fuck is he doing?
I've said that before.
You glance over at the troop ship, which is quite a distance away, and you see two small little points of light drop out from the bottom of that ship, and then with a burst of bright white energy, they both shoot, and they do this sort of beautiful dance where they're sort of circling around each other like a helix.
Oh, beautiful!
And
beautiful.
they come rocketing past you like way too close, right? At the same time, you see the Steve dive down underneath the deep. So here's where it's going to come down to, David, and this is a life or death kind of roll for you.
Of course it is. Of course it is, baby. Of course it is.
Can we get cover before you do this? Can we duck down, like to escape shrapnel?
Yeah, Mike, Ted, and Matt. First of all, actually, all four of you, but David for a different reason. I'll make fear checks and make them at disadvantage. David, this is just purely because of you realize that your life is almost over. Mike, Ted, and Matt, it's from seeing the missiles being shot out from that ship.
Yeah, I failed on my first
Mike,
one.
Sorry, Mike, what was your fear score you're trying to make?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just my fear check is a 38, and I rolled a 64 and then an 89, so no critical fail.
So fail there.
Six for you, Rick. Who's next?
My fear is a 19, and at disadvantage, I rolled a 35. So that's another one for
just a normal, another one for you. Okay.
And my fear is a 44, and at disadvantage, I roll. Wow, I don't even know what to say here. Okay, I got a 97 and a 00. I guess I just
zero is a 1.
Yeah. That's the best roll you can make in the game, but you still, because of disadvantage, you failed.
Yeah.
So you're just going to go by 1.
Okay.
And then David?
I had 2 rolls. One was a 52 and one was a 33. So I succeeded on both. But John,
yeah,
I just want to say, because we're going to do a lot of stuff here, if I fail whatever thing that allows me to live and I get blown to shreds, I have just a little bit of a narrative speech I want to do. So just let me know at that juncture. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
So, so you guys are like, oh shit! Like as you kind of you see the missiles and you see what the Steve is trying to do, and you kind of put 2 and 2 together, like, oh fuck, and since you all failed your fear saves, you can see what's about to happen and what could possibly happen here. And I think your natural instinct, not that I want to play your character something like that, would be to, and I think Mike kind of intimated it, like you want to reinforce yourself on the side of the deep, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Taking cover.
Pray that these men hit the fucking side of this deep as I go under it. Pray.
Is there anything that you want to narrate to make yourself more attached to the deep? Yeah, sure.
Right. I'm going to duck down behind like some really sturdy piece of equipment with my mag boots on and quickly like whipcord my length of paracord around as many different struts around me as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then just assume the position, protecting my helmet and getting as small as possible.
You're like Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom on the bridge, right? You're like,
exactly.
Hang on, Dr. Jones, we go for a ride.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking around for a handle, any kind of lash point, anything I can hold on to.
Okay. And Tulsa,
I'm freaking out. Am not. It doesn't. I have paracord. It occurs to me I'd probably want to tie off, but I've just got these. I've just got these boots. I'm just gonna find a protuberance, like something sticking up, and like duck down behind it, and hope that one little guy we saw shooting out was David.
Okay,
John, did we gain a stress for those failed fear saves?
We did, yes.
Yeah, you gained.
Okay, I missed that part.
Yep.
Sorry.
So you guys are like, oh fuck, and you batten down the hatches. David, I need you to. I wouldn't make you make a piloting check, but you don't have piloting. So you're going to. Let's see. We got
How
combat.
about a balls and brass check that I automatically pass? How about that one?
I think it's going to be.
Is there a getting blown up roll?
It's going to be intellect. Actually, no. I think it might be. Yeah, it's going to be intellect. I was going to think
intellect. Thank you.
I don't think it's. Well, I was thinking about
Please.
speed, but I don't think it's a matter of reflexes. Actually, it's more about like your ability to sort of parse the array of shit around you. So intellect at disadvantage because you really can't make any heads or tails of what all this shit is. So yeah, do you have any skill that you could make to add to that? No. What do you
I
have?
have linguistics, psychology, computers, and mathematics. And so again, I've made the petition for mathematics many times, but I'll say again, I tried to create a vector with the idea that I would exit, or I tried to make a escape with the idea that I would exit the vector of easy targeting, which includes the missiles possibly.
No,
hitting
I get that. The mathematics would definitely help there, but I'm going to give that one to you for free because you're a mathematics, and that allows you to actually just sort of tilt the ship down to the correct vector.
Sense.
Now it's about how do I punch it?
Yeah,
right. And so
psychology.
That's going to be intellect. But you know what? What is your computer bonus?
I have computers. The bonus of a expert skill. I have to look.
15. Expert is 15.
Computers is 15.
No. Sorry. Trained, not expert. Sorry. Trained is 10.
So it's a 10 with the computers. Okay. What I'll give you is 5. I'll give you half that bonus.
I have an intellect of 58.
Okay, so you have a 63.
I have a 63. Now,
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Before we know the outcome of this, I'm just going to do a little fucking self-indulgence.
Don't you want to know don't do a monologue until you know what goes on, right?
Well, I'm going to do the monologue regardless of what goes on.
Okay, all right.
Which I think is more interesting, and you'll know why soon.
Okay.
I'm going to start hitting. I'm going to start hitting comm channels. The first, before I switch off, I'm going to say, Thulsa.
You were a good lay.
No.
Gross.
Well, I'm getting up. Again, this is weird. This is weirdly a little sentimental for me all of a sudden. I don't know why.
All right.
David, you're off the ship, right? Hurry! There are missiles incoming. Get off.
No, Thulsa. I don't know why I'm getting emotional now.
Like I said, David, your life isn't over yet.
This is so silly. I know.
Why don't you wait until you're dead first?
No, just shut the fuck up, Mike. I love you. Thulsa, you are my red rose. I am sorry. Then I'm going to start hitting channels after that. And what I'm going to say on every one of those channels, John, is this. Monarch, are you there? If you are, I don't know that the technology exists for this, but you can take my psyche by transmission. If you can aid me in this moment, I'm going to say it once. I'm going to hit the next comms. Boom. I don't know that the technology for like remote uploading exists, but I'm just saying it because this is a panic, right? Mm-hmm. You can take my psyche, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the butt of all of those statements is this. Monarch, do not be like those who colonize. There's a great villain who said, whatever in creation exists without my knowledge exists without my consent. And you are better than that. Don't forget it. I'm going to hit that every single channel as I jettison. Okay, now I'm going to roll.
Okay, no response.
I don't know why I got a little, I'm sure there wasn't, but I'm just putting it out into space. Right? Okay, what the fuck am I doing? Okay, 58 plus 5, 60.
63 with disadvantage.
63 with disadvantage. First roll. That's an 11.
Oh, come on, baby. Make it be a critical success.
Almost impossible unless he rolls another critical success. Got to roll again, David. Come on.
I know. Sorry. I'm just juiced, baby.
Yeah, this is intense, man.
Second roll. Everyone, I blame you if I fail. No, I'm kidding.
What?
A 10 even. 10 and a 0.
Okay, so the 10 is what counts because it's a worse roll, but you succeeded at it. So so you're like panicking. You're kind of running through the comms. You're saying your thing. No response from Monarch. There's systems that are blaring that are like missiles are locked onto you. Like the sensors are like picking up that like you are targeted. You're like, fuck, what button is it? And you're like, I think it's fucking this one. And you rocket back in your seat as the Steve just goes, and it does this dive like right underneath the bell. You guys whip your heads around as you see the two, twirling missiles rocket past you, dive down underneath to chase the Steve. The Steve goes underneath the very endpoint of underneath the deep. David, you managed, because you rolled really well, despite not having any skill. You pull out of that vector at the last second, and those missiles, which are locked onto you and would follow you in any direction, are unable to correct, and they crash into the bottom of the deep. And there's a massive explosion, boom, 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 as no sound, of course, but you just see like a fireball just come out from the deep. And you guys all need to make body saves at disadvantage.
Oh my god!
I think I would rather have had David die.
Is this like something that like athletics or whatever would affect?
You know what I'll say though? You guys took the time to actually take extra effort to brace yourself. So I would say, like, if you were in your original positions, I would give it to you at disadvantage. But because all three of you said that you took extra efforts, I'll give you a regular body save.
Regular body save.
And if you can convince me of any skills that may apply, basically what's happening is the deep is shaking violently, and it may throw you off, despite mag boots. That's how strong the vibrations are. If you in that situation, if you have a skill you think may apply, you could try to convince me.
Athletics.
I would say athletics. For
athletics
sure.
would work. Yes.
Okay, so Mike, go for it. What do you got?
All right, my body is a 39. I have athletics, so that's a plus 10, 49, and I rolled a 61.
You're still tied on though, so you should be okay.
Sure. 61. Okay, so you're going to take a stress. Who's next?
Matt.
Okay. All right. Can I make a pitch for adding my jury rigging to when I see those missiles like they're about to hit?
Mm-hmm.
Now's the time when I would say, "Oh crap!" and I just like take a loop of that rope and just like hook it on.
Sure, I'll buy it.
Okay. So body save 25 plus 10, 35. 19.
Oh, hey. Okay.
Okay.
Succeed. So no stress. Who's next?
Okay. So that leaves me with a body save of 29, athletics of 10, so a 39. And unfortunately, I gave my paracord to Mike, so I'm just holding on for dear life.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a 39, and I roll. Oh my god! I rolled another 0-0.
You rolled a 0-0? That's amazing. That's the best roll in the game. Okay.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Right? Yeah. That's a 0-0. Holy shit!
He doesn't hold on to the deep. The deep holds on to him.
Right. Loving
embrace.
I am drenched
with sweat right now.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Let's see. How can we translate that critical? I don't really know what could be better.
The airlock that I ruined pops open right next to me, and I scramble inside.
You know what? I kind of like that. I'll say that. I'll say the quaking actually causes the airlock to sort of crack open just like a smidge, like wide enough for a body to get through. And remember that there is like a depressurization chamber there, so it's safe, like nothing. Now, okay, so Sharp, you fail. So you have the paracord, right? So the mag boots, like the shock of it basically rips you off, and you're like, fuck, and you spiral out, and then and you go out, and you guys are all like, fuck, as you kind of see him go out to space. Mike, it's not a big deal, it's more for flavor, but I just want you to make me another body save, just normal, straight up.
Okay. 28. So my body is 39.
Okay. So what you manage to do as you reach the end of the paracord, right, is you come up hard, but at the same time, that projectile troubleshooter is coming right at you. And you manage to dodge out of the way as that guy kind of zips by you as you're like, and you're like, and you grab onto the paracord and you start to slowly haul yourself back. And as you're watching, as you're kind of moving towards the deep again, you see that troubleshooter. He's shooting right towards the deep, and it looked like he was making a pretty good aim for the airlock door. But at the last second, that's when the explosion occurs, and the deep, all of this fallout is because the deep is actually cants to one side. It like moves a couple degrees and to one side is like it's I don't know, whatever gyroscopic things. Yeah, it like kind of gets fucked up, and it miscalculates. And you see, like he kind of comes out of his like little straight bullet sort of thing, and he's like, fuck, and then he just goes blish like a mosquito against a windshield, just like, and just streaks across the side of the deep, and goes careening off. Another one into the ore cloud.
Sweet. Can I get up and I want to go up to that paracord with Mike? I want to like play it like a bass string a little bit, and then
watch him like
I'll haul him back. Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, David, you are rocketing now up, right? Like you're coming down from underneath and you're rocketing back up. Actually, no, I don't think you would have the wherewithal. Yeah. I think you would probably just stay on that same vector because you don't have the skill.
Yes,
but people say in your rear view mirror or in your sensors, you can kind of you can see what happens. Now, the bad thing is like you're going down underneath, you leave the deep behind, and you're cruising down, right? The huge, massive expanse of Baphomet 3 is in front of you. But what you see, but what you see above you, like at the top of your view screen, is you see like the underhull of like the Zhuangzi, like rapidly approaching, like coming over top of you. Right.
It's a good thing they only had 2 missiles. I'm sure we're good.
David, have you ever seen the movie Dark Star? Oh, yeah. At the very end where he surfs through the atmosphere as Branson, Arizona plays. I don't know why that comes to my mind now all of a sudden, but I thought I should bring it up.
Have you ever seen the end of Dr. Strangelove?
Yeah. There is no communication. There is no more communication coming over the comms. The comms have gone dead. Like there is no light happening at all. What you do see, David, is you see multiple turrets descend from the underbelly of the Zhuangzi. All right. You also see a number of hangar bays open on the side of the Zhuangzi as well. What do you do?
Okay, so Jesus.
He collapses for emotional turmoil. Okay, what's happening?
All right, so I'm just trying to visualize. This is the deep, right? The Zhuangzi was coming around. I did this maneuver where I jettisoned. I somehow made it down underneath. Missiles contacted, etc. They're still rotating around, and they're starting to emerge again within a vector that could target me. Yeah, that's what you're essentially saying.
Yeah, but the nose isn't like, it's not so much a vector like where the nose is pointing at you. It's just sort of, it's like broadsides, right? The broadsides are like, yeah.
So, I mean, if I want to survive, the only thing I can do is continue to keep the deep between myself and them, implausible as it is. So the situation I find myself in is sorry, I'm teasing this out because it's not anything I expected, and I don't want to like belabor this, but I have to kind of think it through. Mm-hmm. I have to first find a way of like reducing my momentum on this vector and a way to change my trajectory, but I'm not a pilot. And if these spaceships are, Deep Space Nine style buttons and blobs and not like a yoke, that's an important thing for me to know. So I need to know, is this something where I am Star Wars style, like a bad pilot, but trying to deal with a physical thing? Or is it a, 0.7 plus, but you know what I mean? Like, is it a like mathematical equation that I'm trying to, or not? That's not me leading to math as a skill thing. Literally, is like an abstraction in the interface that I have to understand to be able to affect. Does that make sense?
It's more like you don't know what controls do what, right?
Yeah, but there's no like joystick. In other words, there's no like this is left and right.
It's not that simple.
It's too abstract. Yeah,
It's too abstract. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
it's okay.
What you have enough knowledge just from just being a spacefarer to know that that boarding skiffs like this are meant for ship to ship action. For one thing, right? They are not drop ships, as I said, but and they are they're more maneuverable than drop ships, but that's not saying much. They're still class 0.
Yes.
But they and this one is specially modified to actually have a laser cannon on it as well, which is weird for a class 0. Almost no class 0s actually have hard points to attach like weapons, but this one does because they're troubleshooters and they're badass. However, it doesn't mean that it might not survive re-entry into an atmosphere. So what it kind of pops into your head is that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know, basically it's going to be sheer luck. You're just going to be pushing buttons at random to attempt to find a way to actually get that ship with the deep in between you and it. That's not looking like a good chance. An equally bad chance, but maybe another option, is that you could attempt to enter the atmosphere of Baphomet 3. Which would effectively prevent any weapons from being able to target you.
These are really great options. Fuck, is John good at this or is John good at this? Sorry guys, but I just got to boost him when I can. Okay, so here's my thought process in both of these. What I have established already is that I understand how to do rotational thrusters. I don't really understand how to control momentum in terms of the main engines, but like theoretically, I'm not saying I'm doing this. In the scenario in which I don't re-enter atmosphere, the brute force, not a pilot kind of result might be to just like hit right on this sort of like rotational axis that I understood before, right? Mm-hmm. That would not work. I'm not trying to belabor this, but I just have to. That, for instance, might say I'm rocketing in this direction into the deep. I hit right, go, whoa, and then I just fly and crash into the deep, right? Because I don't have an articulated way of controlling that beyond that.
Yeah.
But I maybe, is it fair to say, understand that I know hitting this button equals right. At the same time, I would know I'd probably just collide with the deep and burn in flames, right? So that's like a risk on that choice.
So basically, let's pull back and just go back to the core loop that we kind of got used to, which is give me a goal, right? Is your goal to put the deep in between you and the ship?
Well, sorry to be antagonistic to that question. What I'm trying to understand is, like, for me to formulate a goal, I'm trying to understand the A/B between those choices. So one goal is re-enter atmosphere. Let's just go straight into the atmosphere. The other goal is try to turn on some like Fast and Furious sliding.
I got it. Yeah. Yeah. So the goal is to basically to not be able to be targeted by the weapon by the Zhuangzi's weapons. Right? Both
are not being targeted.
So here's the deal. If those are your two options that you're weighing, the one of putting the deep in between you and it is much more difficult than just pointing the ship at the moon and just praying. But they're both really, really bad options.
No, I understand. They're terrible options.
Yeah, but you have a much higher. What I'm saying is
let me hear it, John.
The maneuvering the ship to get the deep in between you and it will require a stat roll. Surviving re-entry into the atmosphere, even though it takes nothing to get in, to point the ship towards it, will require a save in order to survive it.
And this is pertinent because my body save is a 21,
and you're
if body. Yeah, sanity and fear. Maybe fear is the save for reentry because I'm too terrified and I can't think straight to like reduce the thrusters, right? But if it's purely a physical thing, I survive crash landing on a moon. My worst possible option is a body save. So the wherewithal that I would have under fear if I'm going into the moon is, can I pull back the thrusters so I'm not going quite as fast as I am? Whereas if I have no wherewithal to do that, sorry, I'm not trying to be annoying. I just have to think this out loud. To do that, I'm going to fail the body save. I'm going to die. I'm going to explode, right? Whereas a stat save, my lowest possible save is a 33. It's not a much better save, but it is a better save. And
you can always try to do something with to try to get advantage or apply a skill or something like that if you can convince me. I want to make it clear too that one thing that's really obvious that you could do is because you know how to do this because it's very obvious how to do it because there's just like one button is a power down sequence. You could do what they're telling you to do and surrender.
Why don't you just do the most improbable thing and try and board them?
Well, someone's played Art and Bull with me before.
Tables of
David and or John, is he still capable of hearing our comms, or can we still hear him?
Yeah, you're still in combat, Jeff.
Okay, then I'm going to shout a suggestion, which is I'll just shout out, Mother has a laser defense array. The Zhuangzi just shot her. Can you try and talk to Mother? Maybe you can get her to take a pot shot at the Zhuangzi.
Oh, you mean Monarch?
Monarch.
What did I say?
Brilliant.
Mother. I meant Monarch.
That's brilliant.
It'll always be Mother.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry, but that presents, even if John says no, I don't reach her, that presents such a more compelling argument narratively. Here's what I'm going to do. I've already tried to reach out to Mother multiple times. I've hit every comms, right? Trying to reach out to her.
Monarch.
I keep saying Mother. Yeah, sorry. Monarch.
Me too.
Fuck. Yeah, I got to do this, even though it's not good for me. All right, so I'm going to start hitting those comms again. I'm going to say, essentially what that said, Monarch, they have attacked you. I told you that I am on your side. I will offer my psyche for you if I get out of this alive, whether it is now or later. That is a promise. But remember the words that I said, aka what I said earlier, which is about not being like the fucking piece of shits that made you, essentially, is the gist of it. And fuck, this is stupid as shit, but I'm gonna do it. Whatever. I love it. It's too juicy not to. It's too juicy not to. And rather than trying to, although I love plummeting into a moon, John, that was a really fucking fun idea. Instead, I'm gonna try to Fast and Furious slide by hitting that vector. That yaw roll pitch, whatever the fucking term is for the correct sort of like rotational. I'm going to try to hit it without reducing the thrusters at first. I'm going to try to hit it and see if it works, see if it changes my arc, hit it again if I need to. And then if there's another juncture in which I can try to hit the shutdown, I'm going to do the shutdown as I am, as close to the deep as I can so that I lose momentum and I drift towards it without blowing up. Does that make sense?
Are you trying to do it out of view of the Zhuangzi?
That's the goal. The goal is that I'm still trying to pitch around the circumference of the deep.
Yeah.
Hitting that button.
Yeah.
And then when I feel like I can, because realistically, I'm sorry, I don't want to belabor this, but realistically, I'm going so fucking fast that the risk of that move was just plummeting into the deep and exploding. Right.
Yeah.
So as I'm saying this to Mother, the other thing I'm trying to do, first I'm trying to see if Monarch. The first thing I'm trying to do is to see if I can even affect my vector to an arc. And then after I'm doing that, if you want me to make me roll after that, et cetera, what I'm trying to do is reduce my momentum. And that could involve, if I don't know how to do it in a like thruster back way, it could literally be involved doing what you suggested, which is an all ship power down. Because if I hit that, I will still have momentum. Right. But I'm trying to guess where that momentum takes me. Does that make sense?
Yep, I got it. So here's the deal. Because you're not lowering thrusters, you're just trying to make a curve. If you succeed in figuring out how to do that, the G forces will be intense.
Bad.
To say the least.
It's like a Riker maneuver here.
But you have to see if you can actually make the maneuver. So this is pretty simple. You don't know how to do that really that well.
Can I petition? Sorry, because I already did it once. I know the button. I just don't know what the effect would be. Because I already know that I've already figured out how to rotate. I just don't know what the like impact of our rotation at full thrusters would do. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you punch that in, and the ship makes a really hard angled turn.
Brutal.
And you, I mean, like your neck muscles just like, just.
I'm in terrible shape.
Yeah, this is going to be body save, disadvantage. You can try to convince me of skill. And failure will be damage.
Yeah. So I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna fail both body saves. And hopefully what I said to Mother, she can shoot a gravitational ray or some Deus Ex Machina,
Yeah, Monarch,
but I don't think it will.
Monarch has not responded.
Mother forever, but
make your body save disadvantage, please.
Let me do the bodies. All right, you ready? First roll. My body target again is 21. First roll is a 1, which is wild. 0, 0, and a 1 is a 1, right? Not 101.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 1.
Okay.
It's a 1.
Well, but it's not going to count because the next one's going to be like a 39. Oh, okay.
Here we go, baby.
The next one is a 56.
Okay. So you're going to take a stress, first of all. And then you're going to take
stress.
How much health do you have?
I have 12 health.
Okay, you're going to take you just failed normally, right? Okay, you're going to take 3 points of damage, 3 health. That can't be soaked by your armor or anything like that. Blood, blood vessels pop. Your muscles strain, twist, and all that kind of stuff. And as you're kind of coming around come around the corner, but the ship does it. So you go at full speed. You guys get the nice view as you just see, because you don't know what happened to him. Like, he goes completely out of your guys' sight, and all of a sudden you see the Steve, which you were sure was blown up in that explosion, right? That just rocked the deep. You just like a hero out of I don't know, fucking Mythic Bastion Land or something like that. You see the Steve come
Top Gun.
Like Top Gun, just kind of come right by you as it kind of whips around. And then it sort of does like a Fast and Furious drift sort of maneuver, like really as you apply the brakes and attempt to power down, right? That's the plan, David? Yeah.
That's the plan. I'm trying to cut the power. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So cutting the power is easy as well, but alighting it carefully so it powers down just in the nick of time where maybe it bumps the deep but doesn't quite do it.
Of course.
That's also a tough call.
I love this. This is a fucking fun ass game. Yeah.
So this is going to be intellect, I think.
Okay.
I got to do it again. It's got to be intellect at disadvantage. Can I
use my mathematics as a bonus, even if at a half bonus? Again, just thinking about those vectors, thinking those angles.
Yeah, I'll let you use mathematics purely because it'd be like you could try to pinpoint just the right time to power down, right? Yes, like kind of gauging that. So I'll let you use mathematics there. So
full mathematics, so a 10 bonus.
Yeah, intellect plus mathematics, disadvantage.
Okay, so 68 is the target.
Okay,
but disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm dominating the session, y'all. I love you.
Oh, we knew that was going to happen.
Okay. All right. First roll. I don't even want to do it. I'm so nervous. Okay. First roll is a 16. Not bad.
Okay.
Second roll. Second roll is a 26.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So you come around and you power down, and we'll say that you're. I'll give it to you because it was pretty sweet. We'll say that you're about 100 yards away from the rest of the group, but you're pretty close to the side of the deep. So we'll say you're on the same latitude as the characters, as the crew, 100 yards away. And
don't bring this fight to us, man. What are you doing?
Well, he's 100 yards away.
Keep going.
But I don't mean he's 100 yards like in space. He's like 100 yards along the side of the deep, right? The ship itself, the Steve, I will say is, I'd say about like 50 feet off the deep surface, right? And it just kind of powers down and goes down.
Unbelievable.
Let's see. Powers down. What would the Zhuangzi do? Why don't we actually late for us?
Oh God,
we're late for a second break, so that'll give me a time to think. So let's take a second break. We'll be right back. Okay, bladder's empty, beer's full. Okay, so the ship is about 50 feet off the deep, about 100 yards away laterally across the deep from the rest of the crew. All right, and it's powered down. Now, the Zhuangzi, okay, David does not have a bead on. You are far enough away that you don't have a bead on the Zhuangzi. Sharp, David, and Hubble, though, you do have a bead, not on the entire ship, but enough of it that you saw those hangar bay doors open. Okay. Now, a number of different things happen at the same time. First of all, the turrets, the laser cannon turrets, retract and they go back into the ship at the same time that another identical troubleshooter boarding skiff jettisons emerges from the hangar bay, like one of the open hangar bays, and immediately starts moving towards the deep in a very smooth arc, right towards you guys. Like it's coming right towards you, like because it saw where David's where the Steve basically went. Okay, at the same time, the comms again are not reading David. Now what you guys see, to your horror, or perhaps delight, who knows, is that you guys are, is below you, somewhere below you, somewhere, and you have a feeling you kind of know where, is an opening opens in the deep below you. And the reason you know that an opening opens is because a cloud of androids emerges into space from below. Okay. And they are all,
oh my God.
They are, they're all, you can easily tell because you've encountered them before. It's all faceless, identical, all dressed exactly the same, all with faceless expressions, all security androids. And they all have submachine guns loaded, like in their hands, like carried, right? And they are all jetting towards into space, and they not all of it. Okay, so two things happen. You notice that they're the first thing you notice is that that cloud of security androids, it must be dozens of them, launch themselves towards and have expertly apparently figured out the vector of where that new boarding skiff is coming, and they collide and they basically swarm over the boarding skiff, which attempts to do evasive maneuvers at the last second. Doesn't do it, but you're watching this whole thing sort of play out in front of you as they swarm over the boarding skiff, and they just like get on top of it, underneath it, because there is no up and down in space, right? And they just go and they just start unloading silently, obviously, this into this boarding skiff. Okay. At the same time, you guys look with horror as you look down below you. You guys are all like strapped in and all that kind of stuff, and you see crawling like spiders, security androids just making their way up, like with abnormal strength, just like, you know, using zero G expertly to basically launch themselves from like handhold point to handhold point as they crawl up towards you with their guns on their back. And there appears to be about, within your field of view, 7 of them, like, and they're all making their way. They are at long range now. They will very soon be in close range.
Did I get Mike reeled in?
At this point, Mike is reeled in. Yeah.
Okay. How far away am I from the airlock?
You are
pretty close, right?
You're very close. You were the closest.
You're in. I thought you said you ducked in. Oh, you came out to reel him in. Yeah.
Well, no, the airlock, I was never in it. It just opened as a bonus of my extremely good roll.
Yeah, you're like a move away from it. Yeah.
They're obviously coming towards us.
Yep.
Okay. I stand up. I start walking towards the airlock and firing on androids, trying to time it for when they have like leaped up towards the next handhold. So if I hit one, it'll just
blow into space. Yeah.
Blow into space.
Okay. When you turn towards to meet them, Hubble, you're the first one to notice, although Sharp and Thulsa will notice as well. You see that there appears to be 3 or 4. You can't really tell because of the chaos of like what's happening right now, are actually in space, floating upwards and making their way at a perfect vector to hit the Steve. Okay. So 3 sets of security androids. One that's attacking the new skiff, one that's crawling up the sides of the deep, and one's going towards the Steve. Hubble, you're firing. Sharp and Thulsa, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to do the same thing as my fellow Marine, only I'm going to use that new smart rifle that I got.
Sweet. Okay. David, we're going to hold off on you for just a second, but let these guys have some firing action.
I just want to keep a running narrative for David. Just like David, there's androids all over the place. They're coming towards you. They're coming They're attacking. Blah blah blah. Just keep them apprised.
David, you're also getting in the cockpit. You're getting proximity warnings.
Okay.
As in what?
As in
from
security.
the Android.
Security.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am not a fighter, but I think I will be easy to see and easy to pick off, and I don't want to be by myself. So I'm going to make a break for it to go back to the airlock and get behind my big friends with big guns.
Okay, so you can yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay. Sharp, what are you doing? Did you tell me already? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to do the same thing as Tettles and make my way towards the airlock and fire on anyone who's like jumping up with the new smart rifle.
Okay, Thulsa, you're far enough away that if the only thing you do is go for the airlock, you can do it, but that's the only thing you can do. Is that cool with you?
All right. I mean, I'm not going to kill any androids. I'm just a smart lady. So
gotcha.
I'm going to dive behind the guys with guns. Yeah,
okay, cool.
Right.
And so you guys are like, "Fuck you!" And you're basically shooting like down. You're shooting like downwards, right? Is what's going on?
Oh, this is Ender's Game, man. The enemy is
down. Yeah,
that's right. I do that, John.
Okay,
I go full Andrew Ender Wiggin on them.
Ted, you can give the call if you want Mike to go.
Okay.
Whoever to go first.
Mike. Let's see this smart gun in action, Mike. Let's give us a little of that 4D10.
Okay. Well, I assume, John, it's combat and then plus my military training, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That gives me a 61. And I rolled a 40.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Yep.
And then it's 40-10 damage.
And this is anti-armor shots, John. So if they've got body armor, I guess this is penetrating?
They don't have armor, actually.
Okay. All right, good. That makes me happy.
So that is a 10, a 5, a 9, and a 4. So 15 and 13, 28 points.
28 points. Okay. Roll a D10.
An 8.
An 8. Okay. Okay, so you did 28. Okay, so that's going to be 8, 20. Okay, so you're like you just boom, 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 and you just rip open this guy's chest, and it looks like he's going to be taking some bleeding damage as well. Note that the one downside of a smart rifle is that if you're firing within close range, you have disadvantage on the combat check. It's meant for longer range. Right now you're in long range, so you're totally fine. So let's see. I'm going to make him make an instinct roll. And he failed it, so I'm going to say that he actually was in mid leap whenever you fired upon him, Mike. And so like he just goes and goes spinning off into space.
Nice.
Hubble.
All right, I'm going to try the same thing. I have a combat of 53 and firearms training, so I'm at 68.
Okay.
And I roll a 20, and I do 13 points of damage.
Well
13.
Done.
Okay. Roll D10.
4.
4. Okay. You're also going to do some internal bleeding, but it doesn't matter because I rolled again, and you managed to blast him off into space.
Sweet.
Okay. The Thulsa, you get to the airlock. So basically, everyone is at the airlock right now. Okay, it takes no action to just slip right inside. Remember that the door has basically been, accidentally
damaged,
opened, slightly damaged. Yeah, it already was a little bit damaged, but then the explosion also caused a little bit more damage.
Can we use it for cover or something like that?
Is it possible to get in and around the corner?
Yes, but not right now. Okay. The next round. You're all like clustered together, really close together. Now, meantime, the enemies, the security androids that swarmed the new skiff are firing upon it, and they burrow like it's like really disturbing looking because they fire and fire and fire this, and they create like a massive like holes in different spots, and they kind of worm their way inside, and then within seconds, like the whole thing just sort of boom, it just explodes in a fiery cloud of death, and bodies go flying everywhere. At the same time, three of them, you can hear David. You can feel, I should say, you can hear bodies hit the base of the Steve, and then you see one attempt to clamber his way into the hole in your field of view. But that's like basically all it can do. But you know that there's probably two more going to be right behind them. Meanwhile, the remaining 5 that are on the side of the deep will attempt to fire upon you guys, but not David.
Are they like they don't have mag boots, right? So that like, do we visibly see them having difficulty with this, or they seem like they're really good at this kind of?
They seem like they're very good, like very cold, very
crap.
Not getting an advantage or anything like that, but they seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's
okay. So we'll do it. Let's see. There's, what do they say? 5 left. Let me just roll here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If David's the only person who survives tonight, that's bullshit.
Also, it seems like they would be shooting, and no offense at the guys who are shooting at them, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, no, I think they should shoot you too, Delta. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, you're all clustered together, so you're just kind of firing all upon you there. So the one person that Sharp and Thulsa, you're going to get 2 attacking each of you. Hubble, I rolled randomly. Only one's going to be attacking you. Okay.
Okay, great. This is going to go well.
Hubble, fail. Thulsa, success. And success. Sharp, success. And success. No crits on anywhere. So let's see. How much health do you have, Sharp?
I have 17, John. I also have 7 points of armor.
Okay. You're going to take a total of is 25. You're going to take 25 points of damage.
Okay. With the armor.
I don't know what the armor does. So what does your armor have?
Just subtract it from
the damage.
What do you have?
I have 7 points of armor, so that would subtract 14 points total for 2 separate hits.
That's correct. Yeah. So that reduces it down to 9. Or no.
Okay.
What did I say? No.
You said
25 minus 14 is 11.
Okay.
Right.
So then I'm at 6 of 17 with no wounds.
Okay, great. Cool. So your armor soaks up most of it.
And it's no longer good as armor anymore. And I believe his vac suit is ruptured.
Yeah, my vac suit's ruptured.
Where's the rupture thing?
It's inside the front cover.
Yeah, it says if it exceeds your armor points, then it trashes.
Decompression within 1d5 rounds if punctured. Okay.
Get in that airlock. Get in that airlock.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yep. Can I interject at a point, John?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep.
I'm just going to say, Monarch, I don't know if you were listening, but if you were, I appreciate your assistance. I tell you now that without disclosing to my, party members, if you tell me a location for me to upload my consciousness, I will do so on a promise. If you retract your defense androids from my party members, you can have my mind. I'm just throwing out there. I'm sure there's no response, but I'm just throwing out there. Yeah.
Thulsa, you're going to take 20 points of damage. You're wearing a vac suit, so you're gonna soak 3 of it. So you're going to take 17.
2 hits, right, John?
Huh?
2 hits.
Oh yeah. So take away 6. Yeah, thanks. Take away 6. So 14 points of damage.
Okay, so so her total health is 11. Her vac suit would soak 3.
No, you
got hit twice.
You're going to take 14 all told in the end.
Okay.
So you have how many hit points?
11, John. I have 11 hit points to start.
Okay, so you're going to take 1 wound, and you're going to take 3 more health. So your health goes back up to 11. It's going to drop down by 3 again. So you're at 8 health with 1 wound. This is the first time I actually get to put one of David's wound art things up here. I have to,
Woohoo! You're welcome,
sorry,
everyone.
Thulsa. I'm sorry,
Wound
Thulsa.
one.
I'm sorry.
Then let's do a little bit of this here. Okay. So now I gotta rolling between different charts here. Hold on a second. You took a wound and it was let's see. Submachine gun.
Can't have been good.
Gunshot. Obviously, I should have known that. Okay, roll D10.
Okay. Okay, that's a 7. 7, John.
A 7. Okay, you're suffering from major blood loss as you get peppered with it. You're at bleeding. Okay. You're at bleeding +4, so you're going to take 4 additional damage every single round. Your vac suit is also compromised. You need to get inside that airlock pronto. Hubble, you're totally fine. Okay. Next round. So here's what the enemies are going to do. They're going to continue firing on everybody, and all 3. So on the ship, on the Steve, one is going to fire upon you, David, at close range. I'm just saying what will happen if you don't do anything. Okay. The one that's crawling up is going to get aboard and fire upon you at close range. The other 2 are going to climb aboard, but will not be able to fire. Okay?
Sure. I have thoughts, but do we need to resolve them before I do my thoughts, or?
That's what I'm just saying what the enemies are going to do. You guys always get to go first.
On my end, here's what's going to happen. The cockpit door is closed, so they can't fire on me immediately without breaching the cockpit door. But prior to, I wanted to let everyone resolve, the first who climbed aboard.
I forgot you ran the cockpit.
Yeah. Sorry. Before the first, in my approximation, I mean, I can't possibly know beyond like a sense of it, grappled on. What I'd like to do, if I can, is power on and hit, because I already know, or this, just a very aggressive rotational spin. Because I'm 50 feet from the deep, but I'm not trying to fly into the deep. I'm just trying to spin the ship in a way that might throw them off of it. Does that make sense?
Should totally work.
And because I've already done it before, I would know the button for it.
Because if you hit like a thruster at your nose going up and a thruster at your tail going down, you will just rotate like this. You won't.
And I've already determined how to go laterally and vertically.
I got it. Yeah. So you can do it, but I just want to make you aware. To do it, you have to power back on again. Do you know what that means?
Oh, true.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
True. Okay. I'm not going to power back on because the cockpit is sealed. And I hope that is as hard for them as it is for me. I'm going to step away from the captain's chair with my smart rifle. I'm going to aim it at that door. I'm going to be at the ready.
Okay, cool. Okay, got it. Hubble and Sharp and Thulsa.
So I think Thulsa should go into the airlock immediately. And
absolutely, yeah.
And so should Sharp. Yeah. And I'm going to take a shot and step into the airlock behind them and try and close the door behind me.
Okay, Thulsa and Sharp, are you going to do anything other than move into the airlock?
No, I'm leaking air. I gotta go.
I'm gonna go in, and I'm in bad shape, but I'm deathly afraid that one of those things is going to make it in here with us. I don't have much that I can do, but I'm going to loosen. I have an oxygen tank. I have a spare oxygen tank. I want to loosen the valve of it, John, so that it is just like one turn away from letting the air out.
Understood.
Smart.
So I've got this. It's basically like a blunderbuss, and I'm bleeding, but I'm going to loosen this up and kind of have it pointed at the. I'm inside.
Are you trying to shoot the canister away from you, or shoot the oxygen away from you?
The canister away. So I have the valve towards me, right?
Yeah.
and I'm in the airlock.
It's a concussive projectile. It's very smart.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Very, very smart.
Why don't you? That could totally be done, Thulsa. No problem at all. You can do that. How about you're covering the retreat? Go for it.
I'll take my shot and step inside the airlock. And so again, it's a 53 plus a 15. So I roll a 68 or less. I rolled a 39 and I shoot an android for 12 points of damage.
12 points. Okay. Okay. That one still maintains. You did 12. Okay. So 20, 12. Okay. Okay. So
Do you need me to roll a D10?
No, because you did not actually cause a wound to it.
Okay.
So but it manages to hold onto the thing and continue to sort of climb up towards you. It doesn't register pain. Obviously, there's no expression on its face.
Should I take my my 4 bleed now? Is now the time for that?
Yes, that's true. Yeah, thank you. So you're, what does that put you at for health now?
That puts me at 4.
Okay. How many wounds do you have left?
I have 1 wound left.
Okay, you're going to die, or you're going to be in the death spiral if you drop down to 0 there. Okay, just be aware.
I know. I've got a plan.
Yeah.
I've got a plan, John.
Okay.
Right on.
Now,
So then I step into the airlock and I just clang the door behind me and throw the wheel.
It takes a little bit of extra effort, but it's not non-functional, so you can do that. I'll say no roll. Okay. Meanwhile, David, you turn around calmly around the chair. You've got your what was it? Your pulse rifle.
I have the smart rifle.
Yeah. Now, what you see is you're looking at the door, and you see the door in multiple places suddenly like protrude, like there are a whole bunch of like little holes, not holes, but like little,
Dense.
but dense, yeah, like sort of protrude out towards you.
So not afraid. Not afraid. So cool. So collected.
And then at the same time, you hear a sound travels through into the cockpit, and you take a look over your shoulder, and you see that there is a security android, face completely blank, is like crawling its way up onto the windshield, right? And it's got it's taking it, so it's got like one hand on like on the windshield, and it's reaching behind it to grab its submachine gun.
Shoot him!
I'm jumping in to
make a fear save.
Yeah, of course I should. Oh my god, I'm incredible. All right, that's a 10 even. I'm rolling good.
Okay. Not a problem at all. So you calmly turn around and you're like, hey. Okay.
Here's what I'm going to do, though, because of this. I hate to say it. It's a risk. I'm going to jump back in that cockpit sheet, and I'm going to reactivate the shuttle. I'm going to hit on.
Uh-huh.
Why not just shoot the android through the glass, man?
No.
Okay.
Never. Okay. I'm going to activate. My praying hope is that I can activate, do a thing, and deactivate, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I want to hit on, and I want to hit that vertical as hard as I can to slam that button that just does a spin in place.
Okay. Power on. Yeah, exactly what you want to have happen. So, like all the security androids fly off of that thing and into space. So well done. Now, okay, we have to leave it. We are way over time. But this is actually a decent place, even though we're still in the midst of like possible things that could happen badly. But at the moment, there are no enemies that are like right around you. So David, the ship is basically nose up right now. And the security androids that were attacking that ship are floating off into space. There are still a bunch of androids, 5, I believe, right, that are actually crawling up the side. But our other 3 crew members have sealed themselves behind the airlock door. Thulsa, you still have the oxygen tank at the ready, should you need to. And then it looks like the other skiff was just completely demolished by the security androids. The status of the Zhuangzi, you don't know anymore. So we'll leave it there.
Wow.
Okay.
Oof.
Holy moly.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Hey, we're all still alive at the end of the episode. That is something.
For at least one more, right, Ted? For at least one more.
Yeah. I mean,
One more round. Everything.
Okay.
One more again, as D'Angelo would say. Anyway, so.
All right, we'll leave it there. Another good episode. My brain is once again fried for 2 weeks in a row. But very exciting. And thank you,
John.
Thank you for. I know that the three of you guys weren't able to participate that much, but it just kind of was the nature of what was going on. So
thank you for me. Thank you for me as well. Thank you. For
I
me
shot
as well.
an android into space. I consider that a win. I'm in good shape. You know.
Yeah,
I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for being accommodating. Okay, we will leave it there. So thank you everyone for watching and or listening. This has been episode 14 of our Mothership Gradient Descent campaign. And you have been watching or listening to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. This is our first episode on the Thanksgiving weekend. And we just want to say, well, my personal thanks anyways, my thanks go out to the community. I think that everyone could probably agree to that. The community is what makes this AP possible and continuing to go. So we really do appreciate all of you out there. Thank you so much, especially to our explorers, delvers, and of course our conquerors. I have the pleasure tonight to read that, and I will in a moment after I give, of course, special thanks to David for doing the art, animation, graphics, and all that good stuff, all the overlay. As you can see before you get to see what the bloody overlay looks like. They're seeing the bloody overlay for the first time, David.
Oh shit, are they seeing bloody for the first time?
Yeah.
Ooh, John.
Yeah, it's
You're
good
welcome.
Stuff. And thank you as always to Hank, aka Hellrude, for composing the original music, which opens up every episode of Mothership. Thank you so much, Hank. All right, Conquerors, thank you guys so much for your continued support. They are Gediminus Daugala, 3C273, Evan Leroy, Narrative Erection, Yohet, Rose of Pendulous Pleats, Stephen Green, Drew Chandler, Soul Slur, Ryan Gunter, Chris Harvey, Otto Poole, Bren Kneecleaver, Sorcerius, Chris Malon DM, Cranbox, Oxian, Erica, Scott, Simone Canola, Q-Dog, Love Letters from the Locker, Marshall Roningen, Dogleaf, Mike Butts, Old Dirty Biggest Stickus, John Busick, Scott Fournier, Sophia Peng, Mark Dyson, Carl Stephenson, Necrotic Gnome, Derek B, Ted is my goat, Eric Manley, Todd Jeffcoat, Tyler Hackenberg, Christo Lute, Jeff, Julian, Arcalocus, Jofo, Brutes Monkeys, Joshua Owens, The Mighty Martian, Noah, Christopher Bishop, Banana Hammock, AJ, Mandatory Goat, Michael Sauer, Desiree Marcel, Grizz Loves Games, Andy S., Dustin Reedy, Benjamin, King of Joops, Rock of Sages, MP, Todd, Hexbrawler, Jake, Robert Kenyon, Steve, Jeff Marino, T. Wegman, Alan Barton, Robert Kirkland, Eric Tsunami MD, Samuel Dillon, Yesterday's Glory, Mike Small, Richard Barton, Christian Carter, Parazra, Dungeon Maestro, Isaac, 2D10 plus 25, DTL Spencer, James Boyle, Ted the Tedding Teddy Bear, Doc Jones 73, Chris Loricella, Jackson Bates, John Hooker, Mordrew, Zachary Hall, Saps. Now it's time for the Davids. Papa Bear DM, Zach Shiflett. I don't pick faves, but it's John 605. Heart Mercury, I love you. Ruben,
what a boy.
Ruben K, Dar Jr., Procyon, Dakota Nielsen, Cam, Stephen Quisenberry, John and Law Logan, Kabrowskis, Bruiser, Magic Meat Machine, Phil, Nakano the Amused, Nick, Jeff Zemansky, Eric Lawson, Mando MZ, Boosh Warab, Jimbo WA, Ted Gast, James Doig, Nefarious Gamer, Eric Lawson, Grunt, Andrew Schroeder, Adam and Nora, Jason Jones, MM, Michael Schilling, Stefano DiMaiolo, Ash Gabrielle, Chongus, those badass Hexbrawler twins, Arno, Iona, Michael Walker, Mother of Romulus, Han Danler, Sean Ellis, Summon Toast, Too Rude, Too Ishvan, R. Cabral, Dungeon Heart Adam, Scott Earsley, MacJack, Kick Maniac, Dire Grew, Tom Eric Gerritsen, Matthew Mattis, Mads the Danish Matt Walsh, Matt Mason, Matt Koenig, and Matt Young. Woo, that is a long list. We'd love to see it. Thank you, as always, to all of our patrons. And I hope the majority of you are enjoying your Big Head t-shirts, courtesy of David, rolling into your home. Don't forget to send us pictures. Yeah, there we go.
Matt's Matt, look at that thing.
And again, please, if you can, go attend GaryCon this March. We will all be there, and we want everyone to be wearing their Big Head t-shirts if they've got one. And don't forget, I myself will be running 3 games of Dolmenwood. Sign up for that. Ooh. And Ted, you running something? Yes?
I am running All Along the Watchtower, an original adventure for OSE.
Hell yeah. Mike, you running something or no? I can't remember.
Not this year.
You don't get the pleasure of Mike's company.
Maybe I run some in the hallways, though.
Nice. There we go. Cool. All right. So, look forward to that. In the meantime, everyone have a great week, and we will see you next time. Take care.
See you later. Thank you, John.
Everybody.
Thank
Thanks,
you, John.